Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne, and I'm going to give y'all a few moments to see if anybody comes on. And surprise, surprise, surprise. I have not been on a live stream, on my own live stream, in maybe 2 months. And so this is an unscheduled live stream. And so I will wait and kind of see if anybody pops on here. And if not, I'll just talk to myself for a few minutes and then I'll go take a bubble bath. I am a bit of a sweaty mess right now. I just finished all of my college work, which, as many of you know, I'm a 64-year-old college student full time. And I have been taking a lot of college classes. Welcome, 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 my friend. Welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench and say hello to you. And I hope you are doing well. And as I was just saying, is I am a full-time college student and I take more than a full load of college classes. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Brenda, my beautiful, beautiful friend. I have not been on here in 2 months. And Rosa and Marilyn, welcome, welcome. Let me, you know what? I think I'm going to wear my glasses tonight. So I am exhausted, and I have to tell you, I've took 2 exams before I came on here. And so I am, Marilyn, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Marilyn. I'm a tired mess. I am an absolute tired mess tonight. I'm hoping I gave you blue wrenches. It's been so long since I've done this, and no one's turning blue yet. Let me see what's going on here. Hey, Super Dave, welcome, welcome. Hey, if I didn't turn you blue, would you let me know? Okay, because like I said, it's been, hey, Super Dave, welcome, welcome, my friend, welcome, welcome. I have to tell you that I have been overloaded with classes and, being a full-time college student. And so today I did 2 exams and you get 3 tries. And I got a 92.2 on the first one, a very hard class, a really, really hard class, which is an A. And so I went and took it again and I got a 93.8. It took me hours to do this test. And I said, you know what? I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm exhausted, and I'm going to go to bed. And then I said, no, you know what? I'm going to come on. Hey, Martin Midlife. Hey, Bear Official. The Glamorous Life of Nay. Smiley Rissas. Welcome, welcome. Rosary, Chris O Gaming. Oh, my goodness. I have so many. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Let me give you blue wrenches here, okay? And if I miss you, just make another comment, and I will give you a blue wrench. And you're going to have to excuse me for being tired and worn out tonight because I am so tired and so worn out. And but I'm in a good mood, My husband just went to bed. I told him, I said, you know what? It's been 3 months, 2 months, maybe 3 since I've done a live stream. And I said, hey, Vern, hey, wonderful to see you, my friend. Let me give you a blue wrench there. So basically, it's been so long because I don't have the time to do the live streams like I did before. And my college is so, let me see, what did Chris say? Let me see, Chris, let me get, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Wait a minute, Chris, I'm looking for you here. Chris always shares me out. He's so amazing, but I'm looking there. His name is, nope. Where's he at? Where is he at? I'm looking. Chris, I can't find you on here. For some reason, I can't find you on the StreamYard. Oh, there you are. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I didn't catch what you put in there, Chris, that Super Dave commented on. Okay, I didn't see it, my friend. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, Chris. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Oh, it just gives me chills. Oh my goodness. That is horrible. Mm. Oh, I don't know what to say. Of course you'd have a rough week, a rough month, a rough year. God bless you, Chris. My goodness, I'm so sorry. Mm. Welcome, Sam Tam. Welcome, Jahan TV. Welcome, RV29. Welcome, Zen Kisses. Let me give you blue wrenches here. Life can be throw curveballs, and it can knock you out sometimes, as Chris has just found out. And, we don't know in life sometimes from one day to the next day. And Martin Midlife, you have a wonderful channel. You really, really do, my friends. And you're growing like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast you're growing. It's like, your channel is amazing. And you started out, because I remember you said you were under 1,000 and now you're at 4,000 and some. And that was like in a month. So it's unbelievable. Mwen Verman, welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome. And Zan Kisses, oh, there you go, Zan Kisses. Okay. Well, in life, as Chris found out, you never, some things are unpredictable. And when things happen, we can say, oh, I'm praying for you, I understand. But sometimes words can't express to another person what what they're going through. And, my heart goes out to Chris. Martin Midlife, your channel, your channel is amazing, and it's wonderful. Oh, Lady Mick, speaking of another wonderful channel, let me give her a blue wrench. There she goes. I have amazing channels. We have Martin Midlife, we have Brenda Land, we have Chris, we have, all of you, the Glamorous Life of Nay, Lady Mick. I follow quite a few of the over 60s channel and the prepper channels and all of that. And, like Martin Midlife, they show you how to prep food, how to, go to the store and buy different canned goods and different non-perishables. And I'm all over that right now. I think I've got me a year's supply. And then we have Lady Mick, which has an amazing over 60 channel. And I love her channel because, well, y'all know I'm over 60. And a mess tonight. I'm a total mess. And, I always like to say I may be a mess, but I think of myself as a beautiful mess. Okay. So, hey, Johnny. Oh, another wonderful friend. Thank you. Thank you. And Rack Boy Official, welcome, welcome. Johnny has been a very faithful friend. You have been amazing, Johnny, and I thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comments and your following my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I hope you all are doing good. We're all having this struggle, and I put out a lot of content, so y'all know me. Y'all know me. Even though I haven't been doing many live streams lately. I did get out and I did my 5-mile run walk today. I was doing a 5-mile run every day. And then you all know about a month and a half ago, I went through my drama. And the drama was I ended up, welcome triangle music, welcome, welcome. So my drama was I pulled a muscle in my back. And, because I do 5 miles. That's a lot for a 64-year-old to do 5 miles of running. And I pulled a muscle, so I took ibuprofen, which has aspirin in it, I believe, or one of those. I took one of those that have aspirin in it. It caused me a severe nosebleed. I passed out. They hauled me off in the ambulance to the ER. I ended up in the ER, and it was all that drama. So I haven't really been on since then. I'm doing fine now. But it was just a lot of drama during that time. And so I put all that out on video, and I'm doing great, back out running and everything. Oh, Nay, I am so sorry. To lose your mother is just beyond, I've been on social media over on Facebook, and I have to tell you that so many people have have, lost, so many people. I mean, they've been sick. We can't say what, what the flu is right now, but a lot of people out there have had the flu. And, people are going through some tough moments right now. And, my content can get a bit heavy, because I do content about all kinds of subjects and whatever I'm inspired. And I have the gift of, I have a lot of gifts, and one of them is the gift of inspiration, but I try to touch people's souls so that they understand that, so that they understand that I'm here and I can relate to some level what they're going through. Chris, I'm going to bring you up, my friend. Let me bring you up. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Dianna.
Yeah. You know what, Chris? Done. Oh, mute your YouTube, Chris. Did you mute it? Good. Yeah, good. Nope. You got to mute the YouTube. Did you mute it? Good. There you are. You look just like my son. I can't hear you, Chris.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, now we're echoing. Okay. Nope, we're still echoing.
That's weird.
You have to close all your tabs except for StreamYard. Okay, did you close them?
I'm not even on YouTube. That's weird.
Right, you should be coming in through StreamYard.
That's what I'm on. I'm on StreamYard.
Okay, but you have to mute. Here, I'll bring you. You go back out and then come back in. Okay. Sometimes that happens, Okay, let's see there. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's see if it works.
Okay, is it working now?
No echo.
There we go. What was the problem?
If you have a tab open, it will echo.
I didn't have a tab open. I closed out YouTube.
Okay. Well, how are you handling this, Chris?
I'm slowly getting better, but it still hurts. Like, it's still bothering me.
Well, it's going to bother you for maybe ever, but you get through it. Things, when you go through things, sometimes what happens is, when you love somebody, you never get over them, but over time you do learn to go on, but you have to go, there's a period of grief, there's a period of shock, there's a period of all kinds of emotions. You go through shock, you go through disbelief, then you go through sadness, and you go through grief, and everyone grieves differently. And sometimes grieving comes in waves, But I think the shock is more what you're probably going through, the shock of just going that happening.
Yeah. It's when she passed away last Friday, it hit me. Like, I was crying the whole time because I thought it was a dream, but it wasn't. It was real.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Chris. Thank you for asking. I am, a full-time college student, and the long story short, if anybody's been following all my videos, I had a lot of drama over the last month. I started back to college, and I got lost, and I went out on the edge of a freeway that was brand new. I didn't know. My GPS led me out there. It was a closed road. Then a truck pulled in front of a car in front of me, and it was only miraculous that there was no accident. And so I decided to talk to my teachers that I did not want to go into drive in. And so they all accommodated me, by letting me do my college classes by webcam. So I've been doing all my college classes by webcam, which has been wonderful. So the only place I really go right now, because I'm really keeping my social distance, is I just go out on the running trail every day and do my run. Oh, I lost you. And I go out and I do my 5-mile run, and then I come home, and then I, do my college work all day, and then I do my YouTube videos, and that's kind of what I do. And so that's pretty much it. Hey, Renee, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll give you a blue wrench. So how is everyone doing tonight? How is everybody doing? And welcome, welcome, Colonel Briggs. Wonderful to see you, my friend. Welcome. And I'll give you a blue wrench. And so, yeah. So, I do my exercise. I make sure I get my fitness in. I love being at home. But, I have a big family. And so, I decided that with everything that's going on, and, you all know what I'm talking about, I've decided to stay home. And, I go out, I have a big yard, and then I go running, and I do, I have a lot on my plate of life, even here at home, that I do. But I really don't want to be out and about a lot right now. And so I'm just kind of staying to myself with my family and doing my YouTubers and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, I don't know where Chris went. We lost him. You know what, Nay? I love fall. I've got all the fall decorations. They're ready to go out in about another week. I usually start them early and I put them out. I've got the scarecrows and the pumpkins and, all of that. And so, I love that. I love that. I love fall, but I love summer. I love it all. It's all good. It's all good. And so, I come on every day. And I have almost 4,400 videos up. I have 5 channels. Links are pinned to the top of the comment section below. And if they are broken links, because YouTube breaks them about every 2 or 3 days, and if they're broken, you just cut and paste the name of the channel. And if you go to each channel, I will come back to you with each channel. So one of me is really like 5 of me. And so if you do that, I appreciate it. And so, I do a lot of videos. I do a lot of different topics, whatever I feel inspired, because it comes from my soul. And I don't give advice or suggestions or information. I just share with you my viewpoints on different topics. And it can be about any topic. We have a lot going on in the world right now. And thank you. Oh, thank you, Martin Midlife. If you want to come up, you're very, very welcome to come up. I love your channel. And hey, Brenda, if you're still here, I'd love for you to come up. I love your channel, Martin Midlife. And, it's no wonder you've grown so fast and so quickly. Because, well, you're doing a hot topic, first of all, because that's a very hot topic right now. But also people love you. They love both of you. You're both amazing and you're both wonderful, wonderful. And Lady Mick, there's another channel. If you don't have these channels here, I have a lot of great people that come to my channel. I was just on Motivational Doc's live stream with him. I was up on his panel or whatever you call it. And he has over 4 million subscribers. And he's a personal friend of mine. He's also my YouTube mentor. And his name is Motivational Doc. He may even pop on here because he pops on my live stream quite often. And welcome, Simply Me. Welcome, welcome. And I was just on his live stream, and he had an amazing topic. If you're not connected to Motivational Doc, you may want to be connected to his channel. I mean, you should, because he gives out, just like I give out inspiration, motivation, wisdom. I do all these hot topics. He does it from more of a holistic medical point of view. And he's amazing. He's a real doctor. And he has been a personal friend of mine. And then now he's my YouTube mentor. Only in my dreams will I be where his channel is at 4 million. He's over 4 million now. He's 4,100,000 or something like that. Hey, John, welcome, 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 my friend. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we have a lot going on right now in the world, and I don't do politics, and we can't, talk about certain subjects on social media, and for, whatever the reasons are, we can't discuss certain topics, but I kind of talk around the topic. So as grandma called it, talking in circles. So I do a lot of talking in circles in my video. Like I do a lot about the storms, the storm, what I talk about. And welcome, Melanie. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. And so I talk about subjects that people can relate to, that are going through. And we have so much, that's taking place right now. And I think a lot of people are concerned, and a lot of people aren't getting out. They're not connecting with people, and they turn to YouTube as a source of connecting. And I think it's a wonderful way to connect. I've made so many amazing friends here, and when I used to come on live, every day, I used to come on twice a day. I mean, people knew when to find me live. They knew what time to show up. Now people, I haven't been on for 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. I think it's really been 3 months. I'll have to go back and look. And oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Melanie. I get up early, and the first thing I do is, after I do my self-care, I have my spirit time for an hour and a half. Then, I brush my teeth and get dressed, and then I go out on the trail, do my 5 miles, and then I come home and I start college work, and then I make dinner. Fortunately, my family has been bringing home dinner, so I haven't had to cook. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome, and I'm going to give you a blue wrench. Welcome. There you go. And that's Shap 121, I think, and Pablo. Welcome, welcome. And so, so my life stays busy. I mean, you would think that being home, I would get bored. I never get bored, because my college classes, I spend about 14 hours a day in my college classes, between webcam, because I do the classes through webcam now. And I had 2 exams tonight, and they were not easy. Let me tell you, they were really hard. I carried a 4.0 GPA last semester for 64 years old, after 40 years of being out of college. And I work hard at it. But I'm not working as hard this semester because I just decided that, I'm not there for a career. I'm there to enjoy the journey. So I don't want to put myself under that kind of pressure. Welcome, welcome, Angie. Welcome. And so, yeah. So, going back to college, I went back 2 years ago, and I'm switching universities in the process right now to another major university. And my drive was an hour and a half each way. And I mean, it was just, the roads are so chaotic. And I, have to drive a lot of country roads, because our little town that we live in, it's a golfing community, but it's kind of out in the middle, surrounded by country. And so, I have to drive the country roads to get to the city to go to college. And it was just, the traffic was unbelievable. So I was so grateful that I don't have to drive. That my teachers are so wonderful, and they may be watching on here. I don't know if they are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, we're all kind of in this whole world situation together, everything that's going on. I try to stay relevant with my videos, but like I said, we can't talk about certain subjects outwardly, so I kind of talk in circles, and I talk kind of around those subjects. And, I just give you my views. I don't tell people what to do. I just give you my views. Lady Mick, let me tell you, you can do it. I did many videos on how I ended up going back to college. I had homeschooled all 3 of my children. 2 had graduated public high school. My youngest son graduated public homeschool, which was public school done at home. And welcome, BitToy, welcome. And Carla, welcome, welcome. Come on up, Carla, if you want. Let me give you a blue wrench, and I'll drop the link again. Carla, I haven't been on here for 3 months. You know that. Susie Q, welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. And Javiz, I'll drop that for you, Carla, so you can come on up. So it has been 3 months. I can't believe it's been 3 months. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I did it. There you go, Carla. And so yeah, Lady Mick, I went back and, I'll tell you one of the things that happened to me in the beginning. All the books are, they are now, everything has a code to it. So you have to like scratch it off, and then you have to put it in. And every time it takes me like 30 minutes to put the code in on the computer because they make the numbers really small and difficult to read. And there's my friend Carla. Here she is. Hey, Carla.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
3 months.
I remember the other day when you were in my chat, I said, you have to go live again. I missed
And that's stuck in my mind. I'm a mess tonight. I am so tired. I just took 2 exams. I'm a sweaty mess. And, it's hot here. And I was on Motivational Jocks. I went on his live stream tonight. He's my friend. And I was on his live stream, and I came off of it. And I said, you know what? It's been 2 to 3 months. And I think it's been 3 since I've been on here. And I said, you know what? I'm just going up.
Cool. That's what I do in the morning. If I feel like it, like I'm not as consistent as I used to be. And I'm not like on a set schedule. Like if I, are you still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
If I don't feel like, I have been going on at night too. So, it's been like, mostly go on in the morning. I like going on in the morning because then I have my whole day to do what I need to do. But, yeah, I'm back. Well, I took a couple weeks off. I don't know if you know, my grandson was here. So we did a lot of stuff with him. So, yeah. But how are you?
I'm doing great. I went through all my drama, and, I got through all the drama, and, I'm in college full time again. And, it's all of that, but I'm doing it. My professors are amazing. They're letting me do it all by webcam. So I'm not driving. I drove in the first couple of days, and then it was just too chaotic. And I just said, you know what? I asked each of my professors if I could do it by webcam. And I told them, I said, I'm 64 years old, and I really don't feel comfortable coming to class, even with a mask and all that. And so they said, sure, we'll accommodate you. So they're accommodating me. And so I'm doing super, just tired, because I get up early and I start to school early and all that, but I'm good. No complaints.
Oh, that's good to see you live, though. I mean, I'm sure everybody's missed you. I know I have. So.
Well, I think for me, it's like I had so much on my plate. And you know how much lives, you have to set aside quite a bit of time to do a live. And it takes a lot.
And people think, here's the thing about doing a live stream. People think, oh, it's easy. You just have to sit up there and talk for, an hour and a half. But they don't realize you have to keep your chat going and engaged. You can't just sit up here and say nothing. Well, I guess you can. I mean, there are live streams where they say nothing. And
how about the ones that sleep on their live stream?
I could never do that.
Have you seen those where people actually put the camera on themselves?
I've seen that. I've seen the one where they're taking a bath. I've seen, they've got something for everybody on YouTube. Trust me.
They do.
But I and my point was, they think it's easy to sit there and hold a chat down. If you don't have someone like a sidekick or someone to engage or bounce off of, it's hard. It's hard because, and I've been doing it by myself now since I came back, and I'm finding it really more and more difficult to just sit there and look for things to talk about, because I don't have something every day.
Right.
But people think, usually where it works out, because then somebody will mention something, because my mind it goes all over the place. Someone will mention something and it'll something will click in my mind, a story that I know or a story that I can tell. And that's how I keep my chat engaged. But it's,
you know what, I love it. I love when you tell stories. And, you know, I hope that you tell more stories. You know, because I don't know how much, you know, you've watched my channel in the last 2 months, but I've told a lot of stories from my life. And
I've been watching it. I've been watching all. I don't comment all the time. Because here's the reason why, and this is going to sound so, you're going to laugh at this. I had my nails done and I can't type. I couldn't type because every time that I typed, I was hitting 2 and 3 keys, and I was just getting so fed up. And like, so I wouldn't comment anywhere because, so then I went
no, I
back and I got my
understand
nails cut down.
You know, I'm an artist and I can't paint with my nails because the turpentine and all that, it lifts my nails up, you know, if you get the acrylic nails. So I just don't wear nail polish for that reason. And the fake nails, if you wear those, you can't type.
Oh, oh yeah, they're ridiculous. But yeah, so I went back and I got them cut down really short, and now I can type, but it's still, I mean, my Mr. Positive. Hi.
Welcome, Mr. Positive. And
like
Carla, do you
Mr.
know Leading Mick?
Positive.
Carla, do you know Leading Mick? She's in my chat here. If you don't know her, you both need to connect with each other. I think
No,
you'll both really, really like each other's channels. She's in my age.
I agree. It's hard to do a good live. I've only done a few. You do need to have some engagement.
Yes, Lady Mick, you're welcome to come up if you'd like. Yeah, it is. It's, you know, you do need that engagement. You know, I used to come on and I would do straight wisdom and straight, you know, I have all my notes and I would give out all my notes, but I don't do that. I put them in video form. You know, I usually keep my videos 1, 2, 3 minutes long on a subject. And I just kind of make the lives for just kind of hanging out.
Yeah. Well, I know you've gotten a lot of dedicated subscribers from my channel, and that's what you need to do is when you click subscribe, you don't just click subscribe. Go to that channel and check their content out.
Yes.
And check if you're interested in going there, because you know not everybody is for everybody. You know, like some people don't like live streams, so they probably wouldn't like my channel because that's mostly what I do. But like Mr. Positive does some spiritual stuff. So
I love Mr. Positive. Mr. Positive is wonderful.
So
absolutely wonderful.
You know, people would like, but he does go live, but he also does some spiritual stuff and some religious stuff. So that could be, you know, and different. There's so much. There's so many channels on YouTube that there's something here for everybody.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, if you look, but don't just like subscribe and then never go back to that channel.
Right. But you know, Carla, honestly, and I will tell you, and I have no idea why they do it. But you know, I actually grow, and on any given day, at least 100 a day. But by the next day, I'm lucky if I have 10 or 20 or 5, and I have no idea. And these are not people that just came and went. These are my friends they take away. These are people like you. I mean, I go to your channel every time I go. I purposefully look for you because every time I go, I'm unconnected to you. And you're one of my friends, Brenda Land. As soon as I go into Brenda Land's, I can go on her live stream. I can leave her channel and go back, and I'm unconnected to her.
Do you have any idea why they do that?
I have no idea, but I can tell you right now, honestly, and I believe this, I should be at 50K minimum at the rate I grow. And yet it's just, for whatever reason, they do that with me. Now, there's other channels they don't do it with, and I don't know why. I have no clue why. Maybe it's some of my topics. I really don't know why. Oh, Susie Q, thank you. Yes, I was just on Motivational Docs. Yes, I was. Thank you. Is that where you found me, Susie Q? Susie Q, I haven't done a live. Kind of being on his live stream kind of motivated me to get started back with mine.
Did he have a subject and a
Yeah,
certain
it was a
subject he
great
was
one
talking?
tonight. But the funny thing was, Carla, he got himself locked out of his own live stream.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did it,
I'm
and but he
wondering.
got back on. He got back on. He's amazing. His content is amazing, but his subject, I'm not going to say the subject. You can all look it up because it's the current subject that we can't talk about. And he did
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, he did it tonight, and I can tell you, he really came at it from such an amazing point of view. And he had a heart specialist on there, I believe, and
Mhm.
I was up there between two good-looking men.
Ooh, lucky you.
Yeah, being the mess I am tonight, being the mess I am. So,
You
hey,
never look like you're messed up.
oh my goodness, thank you,
Never.
thank you. You know, I'm just a normal person like everybody else. I have three kids. My daughter came over. She usually stops by for dinner after she gets off work. And then my son brought home dinner tonight. And then my other son, you know, he goes to college and he works 3 golf courses part-time. So he got home from work and he wanted something to eat. And then my husband came in the door. And then, you know, normally we sit out on the porch, but he was a bit tired because he played golf after work. And so he was a bit tired. So he said he was going to bed. And so then I came on.
Well, there you go. And that's
Yeah.
and that's what I've been doing lately. I've been like going on at night and just like a spur of the moment thing and just
Yeah.
click live. And half the time I don't even know if people will like even show up because, like I'll go live at like 10 o'clock at night and then I'll end up having like 25 people in my chat. I'm like,
Oh,
why?
you have a tremendous following. You have people that love you and that come.
Well,
Uh,
today I had a lot of people in my chat. There was like 80 people in there. And that for me, that's a big, that's a
how do
tremendous
you
amount.
keep up with that many though? See, I couldn't. I don't think I could
Well,
do
they're
that.
not all chatting. So it's not bad when they're not all chatting. It's when they start um, all chatting and then it gets like kind of difficult. But if I miss something and my moderators think I should see something, a
Yeah.
comment or something, they will like in all capital letters because I'm always checking my moderators. They will tell me, what I missed. So that's
You
how I
have
do
great
it.
mods. You have great mods, and
Well,
I'm
they
one of
are.
them.
And they post everybody's channel. And like as soon as
Mhm,
someone comes in, if they want their channel posted, they will get. I mean, they are so.
mhm,
I'm not a good moderator. I would I would not be a good moderator on chat because I have a hard time finding people's channels. But my
mhm,
moderators, and if I ask them to post a channel link in my chat, they get it like right now. They've got it.
mhm, mhm.
So
So let me ask you this: with all that's going on, are you mainly staying home or are you going out?
not going out, that's for sure. Like to the store, like around home,
Yes,
but not really. I don't take chances.
Carla,
No,
I'm taking no chances. You know,
not at my age.
yeah, you follow my channel. You know my views on different things, and
Hmm.
um, and so I made a decision. I made a conscious decision. And I told all my professors, and I told my friends, my close friends. I said, I don't live in fear. I'm not that type of person. But I said I do live in smart decisions. And I said one of
Right.
the things I said. So when I have guests come over now, they sit out on the porch. We sit out on the porch. And like my
Hmm.
daughter, she comes over and we sit outside and have dinner. That's where we have dinner.
Hmm.
And we have 3 porches. So we sit somewhere, one of the porches. And I made a conscious decision that I wasn't going to the grocery store now. I love going there, but we're all stocked up. And so I send, my husband or, whomever, I send them out and they go grocery shopping for me. We do it virtually so I can watch what they're picking. But I do go out
Hmm.
on the trail every morning and do my 5 miles, and
Hmm.
I'm just being really, really, really super careful because our area, I have to say, is packed with it. And we're in a golfing community, but it's an old people's golfing community.
Hmm.
And a lot of, the hospital is, from my understanding, filled. And so
you must be around the same area as my friend, because she was telling me last night, actually, she was saying there's no beds in the hospital.
what
I'm
area
not going to
is your
say.
friend? Oh, okay.
I'm thinking Virginia, close to Virginia.
No, we're a little further south. We're, quite a bit further south than that.
I'm thinking that. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
To be honest
We're,
with you, but.
We are in a big golf. It's a small area that's a well-known golfing community, and so but mainly old people. It's not an old people's retirement place, but it's just kind of the community attracts a lot of people who want to retire here.
Can I just make a suggestion?
Yes.
I don't want to be a boss, but when you spam the chat in someone's live stream, that's not good either. You should let a little time go by before you check, you post your link in the chat.
Absolutely.
Because I've heard that you'll get flagged if people just post a link one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Just a suggestion, that's all.
Thank you. I didn't even notice it, but thank you.
Well, every once in a while, I mean, there's certain people will just, post a link one after another, and that will get you flagged on YouTube.
Yes.
And they can take your channel down for that.
Right. And usually people are pretty good on my channel. Sometimes a new person will come in and maybe they don't know the rules or whatever.
Right. I'm not saying it to be rude or anything, but it's just I'm looking out for you because I don't want to see you get flagged.
Thank you. And if it happens, let me know and I'll go ahead.
Do you remember our friend, Vegan Realist?
Oh my gosh, yes.
He was up to 6,000 subs. Okay.
Yes.
He got 3 strikes. Now he's starting all over again. So it's just
that's horrible. What happened? What happened with him?
I think it was political. I'm not 100% sure.
Yes.
But I think he talked a lot about politics and stuff, and I think that's what got him flagged, those strikes. But it's heartbreaking to see somebody, and I adore him. He comes in my chat every morning, and if you guys haven't subbed to him, I think his
isn't it called Jimmy's Madhouse now?
Jimmy's Madhouse now. If you haven't subbed to him and you like discussions, because he really does do some good discussions, and there's sub up to him because he's got a good channel, and he had over 6,000 subs. It's heartbreaking. It really is.
Yes.
I would be heartbroken if I lost my 2,000, and that's not even even half of what he had.
Yes.
So, it's just that's why when I noticed all that links going up, I was like, you shouldn't post your link, and then let a little time go by before you post it.
Absolutely. I totally agree. So I put my glasses back on.
No, it's just I didn't even know that was an issue. That could be an issue, but I've been told by certain creators that you're not even supposed to say sub up to me, or you get into trouble for that.
Right.
I don't understand it, because I love to promote people's channels. I adore it, but I don't want to lose my channel because I'm promoting someone else's channel.
Yes.
And always remember, it's not always about you. I mean, if you haven't subbed to your host, you better sub to her, because this is, she's not getting new subscribers when she's hosting.
Right. And you don't grow when you do your own live stream.
No, you don't.
And people don't understand that there's no hidden perk in doing a live stream, because I don't think you're anymore. Actually, the live stream doesn't get promoted out like the videos do. And so doing a live stream really, there's no big perk in it. And I come on because I like to come on when I do and just connect. That's why I don't do wisdom or anything else when I come up, And so
I think I grew faster when I did like short little vlogs.
mhm,
Because I don't
mhm.
grow, because I do a lot of live streams, I don't grow that much. You
Yes.
know, I don't grow very much at all, but that's okay. I
Mhm,
don't mind. I have good people that come in my chat,
mhm,
real good
mhm,
people, and they're
mhm,
loyal. They're
mhm.
loyal.
You have very loyal people. I love
Hmm.
your chats, especially the ones that are late at night.
Yeah,
They're
I know.
fun.
You can actually come and see me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can come and see you late at night. Now, usually I'm in my pajamas, but I love those chats because people feel so much more comfortable. They're so much more relaxed,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I love
That's
that.
true.
I love
That's
that.
true.
And
And a lot of the people aren't from here in the United States too. They're from different countries. So they
yes,
have a chance to, because when I go on early in the morning, it's like time for bed in Australia. And
yes.
you know, it's like lunchtime in the UK. So, when you go on at night, it's their daytime. So they have time to come into your
Mm-hmm.
chat, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm. So,
So
what are you doing at home now besides YouTube when you're home?
what do you mean, like as hobbies? Well, I'm
And
crocheting
that
again.
kind of like, with your time because you're not going out as much
I'm
as you.
crocheting. I've got a friend of mine on YouTube that's her daughter's having a baby boy. So I'm looking I made him some baby booties, and I'm gonna make him a little bonnet, hat,
Mm-hmm.
and some things for him for his thing. So I
Mm-hmm.
keep him busy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
keeping busy,
Mm-hmm.
doing my own thing.
Are you doing a lot of cooking?
No, because it's been so hot, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't like cooking when it's hot. I
Mm-hmm.
do not like cooking. Even though we have air conditioning, I don't like cooking when it's hot
Mm-hmm.
outside because I don't feel like eating
Mm-hmm.
when it's hot.
So, do you watch a lot of TV or do you watch,
I don't watch any TV. To be honest
I
with
don't
you, if I
either.
didn't have any TVs in my house, I wouldn't even miss them because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times I won't have my TV on at all day.
Mm-hmm.
I will maybe turn it on late, like 10 o'clock at night, but during the
Mm-hmm.
day, it's never on. Never.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news, and I do cap the news over the internet. But the news is it can just depress your soul, and it's just people. I don't know how people can watch the news hour after hour after hour because it will drain you. And I know what's going on. I stay on top of everything, but I don't watch it over and over and over like a lot.
I won't watch the news that much because I'll just be so depressed. And my doctor actually, my therapist told me not to watch the
Mm-hmm.
news. He
Well,
actually
it will
said to me,
depress you.
pardon me?
No, I mean the news will depress a person. If you watch
He
if
actually told me, he said, limit yourself.
mm-hmm,
Say that you're going to watch it 3 times a week, or, don't watch it every day, because if you do, there's going to be bad news and it's just going to depress you. So just don't
right,
watch it. So I
right,
don't.
mm-hmm.
I don't watch it. But
Yeah, for me, I stay away from it. I'm so busy and I'm so productive that for me to sit in front of TV and watch something so negative, I don't want to hear it. We had with all the stuff that's gone on in the last week alone, and we had um, one of the soldiers were from here, and
mhm,
yeah, and it was so sad. It's just so sad, and
mhm.
um, there's just so much going on in the news, and you can't keep up with it. It's like every time you open it up, it's something new.
Yeah, it sure is. And it's depressing.
Hmm. So I
And
go to
I
the
went,
beach.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I went on Twitter because I'm on Twitter and I'm on Facebook.
Hmm.
And I went
Hmm.
on Twitter and I saw, oh, it's heartbreaking. Like, because you can catch the news and videos on
Yes.
Twitter too. And
Yes.
That's why. And then I was watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, that's why I don't watch the news. Because
Yes.
they actually showed them going after this guy that was in this field, and they showed them hunting this guy down with a dog and shooting him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't watch this stuff.
Yes.
And I wish I'd never seen, because you can't unsee something.
You can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. And, you know, it's like, and you feel helpless. You feel like you can't, you know, you can't do anything about it, you know. And so for me, I stay on top of the news. I know what's going on. I'm informed, but beyond being informed, I don't want to watch it and replay it over and over and over. And I do know people that do that. And I think that most of those people end up getting depressed or end up having
what I saw tonight, and I just happened to click on it, and I saw this guy getting shot, and I'm like, oh my God, this is why I don't watch the news. This is exactly why I don't watch the news. But once you've seen it, you know, you can't unsee it. You've seen it. That's it. It was horrible.
It affects your emotions. It really does. And it's just so much going on. And so, you know, even my videos here lately have been, you know, you can't talk certain subjects. So I talk around this subject. And so anyone that watches my videos pretty much knows what I'm talking about. And but it's so sad to hear all this stuff going on. And, you know, these are real people.
I don't understand YouTube, the censoring thing. I mean, I just don't get it. And I think Jamie lost his channel unfairly. I wish he would have fought to get his channel back, because
yes,
he took a big hit.
Yes.
Just because and his channel was not drama. He never yelled and screamed. Jamie is the most laid back, relaxed guy that you'll ever find on the internet. And for him to lose his channel, to get 3 strikes, to me was,
well, it's devastating, you know. And for me, I have almost 4,400 videos up, you know. That's more, you know, that for me, that's even more important, you know. And but that was one of the reasons why I did 5 channels, because, you know, everything is too unpredictable, you know. And it's really, I think it's wise to have a second channel. You know, a lot of people don't have a second channel, but I think it's wise.
Yeah, I've never had a second channel, but what I don't understand about YouTube, and here's my opinion about YouTube, they allow things that they shouldn't allow, and they don't allow things that they should allow. Because I've seen so many bully channels that have no consequences, and they actually get paid to bully. And I'm not saying YouTube pays them to bully people, but they're getting AdSense and they're bullying people, and YouTube does nothing about it. You can report them, but they're never going to do anything about it. You know what I mean? And yet,
you know, Carla, there's a few channels out there, and I don't know that there's probably more than a few, but there was one I told you about. I went on one night because I had like 3 suggestions for a channel in one night, and they were all it turned out they were all bullying each other. And they were women in our age group. Oh, it's horrible. It was horrible. But they had all these views, and they had all these subscribers.
Well, they will get the views. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That's how, if you want to get views, that's how you do it. But at the expense of what? At the expense of your own
dignity.
At that expense. And then I mean, I'll admit it, like every once in a while, and I try not to respond to them, but every once in a while I'll get steamed up, and, you know, I will blow my top, and then right away afterwards, when I do that, I regret it, because it does no good. You're not going to change anybody's mind. And, you know, and then I'm just right where I was before, or worse. So, hi, Vanessa.
Vanessa says, I do not make any more videos anymore on my YouTube channel because I collect Barbie dolls, because every time I put a video up, my comic sessions get turned off. Well, you know what? I love Barbies. I think Barbies are absolutely.
And that's a new thing with YouTube. If you have any child in your videos, they turn off your comment section. Any
Really?
child. Yep. It's
Oh, that's what she
automatic.
meant. She means they turn off her comment section.
Yeah, and I don't know why they do that, if it's because it's a child's toy, because they're trying to protect children from.
Oh my gosh. That is really something. I had no idea about that. You know, I just know that for me, you know, I come on here. It's never been about being monetized. It's never been about, you know, any of that. It's just that I like to share my daily insights and wisdom, and I have a lot of it. And but I have to be so mindful because I have a lot of I have a lot of views, and yet, I mean, I have a lot of views in the sense of perspective. And the thing about it is that I realize we can't say what we really feel. And so, you know, not that what we really feel is there's anything wrong with it. It's just that we can't always say it. And I mean, when we can't even talk about the flu, you know, on here with the, you know, the regular word, we can't talk about any of that. So I just come on here and I talk circles.
I just found out today, well, I just got an email. You know how YouTube sends you your milestones, you know, you've hit 25,000, you've hit, well, today I just got one that says I hit 450,000 views on my channel.
My gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, it's not a lot. It's a small channel though. And I don't get a lot of views per video. So for me to hit 450,000 views, I was proud of myself.
Wow.
I'm halfway to 1 million almost.
You are halfway to 1 million. Wow, wow, wow. But you are, you know, you have a great channel and you have a conversation channel. And like you said, you come on both in the morning and at night. Now, because you attract a different audience at night than you do in the morning. I mean, like you attract me at night, whereas in the morning, if I am up, which I usually am, I'm so busy that I can't be there. But at night, I'm usually kicking back, you know, answering comments and things like that. And I see you come up, and then, you know, I come over and visit. And you do get a different, and I love some of the people you get on there at night.
I know they're a cast of characters, aren't they?
A cast of characters. I love it.
Sometimes it's people that I don't even hardly know, and they'll come up on my panel, and I'm like, because it's very, very interesting when you have someone on your panel that you've never had on your panel before.
Right.
It can be very, very interesting and fun. But
well,
I'm going to have to get down, Dianna, because I'm at 17%.
Carla, thank you. It is always a pleasure to see you.
You know what, Dianna, the next time you go live, I'll try to make sure my device is charged. I don't know why it's not charging. It's plugged in, but it's not charging. I'll have to figure that out.
Well, thank you, Carla. You are amazing. And make sure you put your link in there because hey, Tuber Chat is here. Carla, you're connected to Tuber Chat, right?
I believe I am.
You want to be
I think he goes on during the day, and I'm doing stuff during the day, so I don't see him.
You want to be connected. Yeah, you definitely want to be connected to Tuber Chat.
I'm so proud of myself to get 450,000.
I am so proud of you, but it's no wonder your channel.
You know, I don't check stuff like that. I don't check how many views I have on my channel, but I just did check my email, and I got an email from YouTube, and that's what it said, and I'm like, wow,
wow, that is amazing, and that is wonderful.
Yeah, sure it is.
So you'll be on in the morning. You'll be on what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
I usually go on 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Every morning, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much every morning. If I'm not, if I'm lazy, sometimes I don't. But pretty much do. But anyways, thank you for having me up.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go charge this device and make sure that I don't know why it's not charging. It's plugged in. But thank you for having me up.
Thank you.
I love you so much.
And I love you, and thank you. And I will see you on your live stream.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
everybody, that is Carla and Friends, and she does an amazing channel in the morning. You will love her channel. And if you go to her channel, it's more like coffee chat in the morning. And like she said, she has a whole cast of characters, and they're all wonderful. Well, most of them are wonderful. There's a few that, that come in there sometimes. Hey, welcome, Night Star. Welcome, welcome, my beautiful friend. Welcome, welcome. And I just came on here. I had no plans on coming on because it's been 3 months since I've done a live, 2 to 3 months, somewhere in there. And I just said, you know what? I just, because I was on Motivational Jocks, and I thought, you know what? I'm already got my webcam set up, and I think I'll just come on for, a few minutes, and it feels good to be back. It feels good. It's just that, getting myself behind the camera, I do my videos, that's one thing, but getting myself behind the webcam after being behind the webcam all day for school, for college classes, it's like, oh, okay, I don't know if I really want to do this, but, but it's wonderful to reconnect and to connect with everybody. And I love that. I love that. Artscape Lisa has another amazing channel. If you're not connected to Artscape with Lisa, she does very soothing, healing videos. And you will love her channel. Absolutely love. And if you're not connected to Tuber Chat, I go to Tuber Chat's channel all the time. You make really, really organic, authentic friends there. And you will love being there. I mean, most of us, probably most people on my channel are pretty much aware of Tuber Chat because, I'm always sharing them out. And so if you're not connected to Tuber Chat, I hope you most certainly connect. And yeah, so, I really didn't have anything a whole lot to say tonight because, I say it in my videos. And, I've been telling a lot of stories, from my life, and I've kind of run out of stories to tell. And yeah. Not out of wisdom, not out of topics, but, I've told you, I think my whole life now, I even went back to 3 years old, and I went back to 14 years old, and I went back to, how I met my husband, and pretty much I covered, and there were some subjects that I was hesitant about covering that I covered. I thought, well, don't you just want to talk about the fun topics or, the fun stories? But I covered a lot of, if you go back on the videos, I've covered a lot of, I've covered fun topics. I've covered, fun stories of my life. But, you get to my age, you've had all kinds of experiences. And I've talked about a lot of different topics, and a lot of different stories. And I love stories. I absolutely love stories. And I love, Grandma, used to sit on the porch and we would tell stories with Grandma. And she'd tell us stories from her life, coming over on what she called the banana boat from Poland. She was 5 years old coming over on the banana boat. And she, because I guess they had bananas and they were kind of rotten bananas in the bottom of the ship. And that's why she called it the banana boat. And because that's where they stayed, in the bottom of the ship. So, I've told all my stories just like Grandma did with me. And some stories, I think you should keep to yourself. I think that especially when it involves other people and, sometimes other people don't want their story told. So if I talk about other people, sometimes I'll change the name or change the location, things like that. Because I'm very mindful of being respectful to other people when they're part of my story. And, when I told the story and I talked about called Palm Springs Marriage, or my life in LA. I talked, and there were different people, but I kind of had a, I called like Mr. Big Boat. Remember Mr. Big Boat? The man with the big yacht. And so I called him Mr. Big Boat. So no one would ever know who he was. Or welcome, Pam. Welcome. And so sometimes I'll change the names of people, change the locations, whatever, when I tell a story. But the story is still authentically, it's the story. It's what happened. So I love telling my stories. It was very healing for me to relive my life and put it up in video. And, my kids, I started my channel 11 years ago, but only for my children. And I've been up publicly, what I call public, a year and a half now. And, but still, even to this day, I do my videos for my kids. You know, they're really so that they have running dialogue of mommy's wisdom, even though they're young adults now. And so, you know, my first priority is my children, so that they can always just tap into what would mom say, you know, if someday if I'm not here and they want to, you know, hear what I would have to say, all they have to do is, you know, go to one of my videos, and I have them all backed up on DVD. So, you know, I'm not totally dependent upon YouTube. And, so my kids, you know, they have my wisdom. I wish I had my grandmother's wisdom on video. I wish I had my mother's wisdom on video, you know, so I could look back and listen to what they had to say. So my kids are very blessed to have my wisdom and my insights all backed up on DVD or YouTube or wherever it happens to be. So, you know, I think it's such a wonderful thing. It really, really is. And, so, you know, I come on here, and like I said, I come on here and I talk about many, many different topics, and I don't give advice or suggestions, but I want to touch people's life in a positive way. And I feel that I do, whether it's I'm telling a story about my own life and the funny things that's happened to me, the more difficult and challenging moments. You know, I've talked about everything from, you know, brain aneurysm to when my daughter suddenly got sick to, you know, just so many, when I took care of my mom and I was a caregiver for 3 years. You know, I've talked about all these subjects. I talked about, you know, when I had the nosebleed and they hauled me off in the ambulance, what was that, a month and a half ago? Oh, a month ago, whatever it was. And that was all because I took aspirin when I pulled the back muscle. So it was kind of a comedy of errors. It wasn't a comedy, but it was like a comedy of errors. And so I went to the hospital. And so I shared all that with you all. I shared all that. And, you know, it was surreal for me because I'm a very healthy person. I'm 64. I feel like I'm 24, you know. I mean, you know, I take wonderful care of my health. And here I was being hauled out at, you know, in my nightgown, you know, no makeup on. I just taken my false eyelashes off, kind of. And I'm being hauled off in the ambulance. Hey, Life Wayne, welcome, welcome, friend, welcome, welcome. And so I was hauled off in the ambulance, and I ended up in what I call the twilight zone. And that is that hallway where you're not a patient yet, and yet you're not a person anymore. You're not like your own person where you can make your own decisions. You're in the hallway, and it's terrible. It was terrible. And that was one of the most awful experiences. But I held my own. You know, I told him, I was just so, I said, this is not correct. I need something done right away. And I got good attention. I ended up getting very good care. But it was not a good experience. And so, but I realized that, you know, when that happened, the importance of paying attention to what we're doing. And never again will I take anything with aspirin in it again for me personally because of what happened. I can't take aspirin. Yes, you're right, Lady Mick. It was not a good experience because I wasn't a patient yet. I was in the hallway, but I was on a gurney and I was pouring, you know, the red stuff out of my nose, and it was going all over the place. And they had other patients in the hallway, and they were staring at me, and they were covering their face up with a mat. This one old lady, she was across from me. She took her mask off and she put it over her eyes. That's how bad it was. Finally, they gave me the first room that they could find because the patients were complaining, and I'm glad because I needed to be seen right away, but it was not good. So, so you want to take care of your health, and I'm all about taking care of your body, taking care of your health, taking care of your mind, taking care of your relationships. And that's what my channel promotes. My channel promotes good stuff. Okay, it promotes all the good stuff. But I do talk about the hard topics, and I do talk about the current topics, but because we can't talk about a lot of things openly, I have to talk in circles. So you have to kind of read into some of the things that I talk about, like the storms, getting prepared for the storm, get your umbrella out. And grandma, she used to read her Bible to me every night. I'd call her, and we went down on, it was 3 times a week. It was Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, I think. I can't remember the days we went, but it was Monday, Wednesday, and usually it would be Sunday too. I think it was 3 days, so I don't know if it was Sunday into Monday. I know it was Monday, Wednesday, and one other day. Maybe the other day was kind of whatever we decided it to be. And then we would talk to grandma. I would talk to her every night on the phone. Or not, if my mom didn't talk to her, I would talk to her. And my grandmother stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning because they had a coal stove. And she wouldn't go to bed until grandpa got up to watch the coal stove. And she was very fearful of that. And so for good reason, because they had had an experience in the neighborhood, the little town that they had lived in many years back. And so she stayed up, and she would stay up till 4 o'clock, and then she'd go to bed. So she talked on the phone or read her Bible. Hey, Hula Moon, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just give you a blue wrench. And so grandma would stay up until, the middle of the night. My sister was up until like 7 or 8 in the morning. She stayed up all night long. Now I go to bed probably anywhere from 12 to 2 in the morning, but then I have to be up early. So I have to watch, I make sure I get plenty of rest. And, but I'm not on a tight schedule now that I don't have to drive into classes. So I'm more flexible now, which makes it nice. So if I want to sleep a little bit later, I can. And I get started later and I stay up later. So it works out for me. And then I do my comments late at night after I take my bubble bath. So like tonight, I'm going to go take my bubble bath, and then I'll do my comments. And I go to other people's channels like Bleedy Mick. I love her channel. She makes amazing content. And then Art Escape with Lisa, I put one of her videos on to relax me, and so many, just wonderful friends we make here on YouTube. We really, really, really do. And I haven't been back to the beach for a little bit. I got to get back to the beach here pretty soon. We have a little beach house, and I love being at the beach. And, and it's really where we raised our children. And, but we live in a golfing community because my husband is a golfer. And so we live out here, and I call it an old people's community, but it's really not so much an old people's community as it is a lot of golfers. It just happens to be a lot of old golfers. I guess a lot of old people golf. There's a lot of young people that golf too, I guess. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Ben. Ben, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your comments, and I appreciate your time. I really, really do. And I appreciate everybody. I'm not on here like I was. I'm on here with my videos regularly, but I'm not on here live streaming as I was. Like I said, it's been 2 to 3 months since I've been on here and live. And I go on other people's lives, but I'm just so busy. I can't really do the live streaming in the way that I did it before. And it was amazing. It was amazing to be able to do the live streaming twice a day for a couple hours a day, now and then. Welcome, welcome. Now and then, I'll tell you, to be honest, thank you for that question. And Benjamin, welcome, welcome. I'm going to tell you, I read now and then all the, motivational books they were not out when I was little. They came out in the mid 80s. And then there became a flood of them. And I probably read every motivational book on the market from, say, the early mid 80s till almost 2000. And then I stopped because I felt that I just didn't want to hear anymore. I felt, I say I listen to my spirit, and my spirit guides me, and I have it inside of me. And there's a time to learn, and then there's a time to teach. And I feel like I have completed my time to learn. That doesn't mean you don't always learn, because you're always learning. But I'm at a different place in my life, so I don't really read now. I really don't. I read the Bible, but I don't read, much other books. And, I get and when I need something, I honestly, and this is not to sound anything, it's just because I've done so many videos, and truly I believe that they've been either inspired through my spirit, or they have been something I've been taught through a wisdom teacher. And so I just go back on my 4,400 videos that I put up, and I go find my topic of my choice, and I watch that. Oh, Susie Q, thank you, my friend. Yes. Yeah, Susie Q, I just don't advertise it. You can understand why I don't advertise exactly where I live. But yes, and it is a beautiful, beautiful place. I think I know where you live too. And you're kind of like over on would be more the western end. Is that right? I think you're more on the western end. And, but yes, yeah. Oh, I love the area. I love it. It's been wonderful to me. And then I drive down to the beach, and everybody knows where that is, because that was kind of made public a long time ago, but we live part-time on Tybee Island, and I don't go there so much right now, but that's where we lived when our kids were babies. And we still keep our house there, and but I love it. I love it here. I love it here. G. Khan, servant of God. Absolutely. Absolutely, G. Khan. I totally agree with you. I really, really agree with you. And I'm at a place in my life where I don't really read now, other than the Bible. I really don't read. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I'm reading constantly. I'm in college, but that's more of a textbook reading, but I really don't read for wisdom. I have a couple wisdom teachers that I've followed for many, many years, but I kind of feel like, a great wisdom teacher will graduate you. Okay. If you cannot outpace your wisdom teacher at some point, they haven't done their job. Okay, they haven't done their job. And so I do have a couple wisdom teachers I go to more for comfort than for, I like to go there because of the comfort, and more so than anything else, just kind of hang out. But I don't really go so much for the wisdom anymore, And so I just listen to my spirit. My spirit will tell me everything that I need to hear. It really does. It really does. Oh my goodness, Susie Q. We may be neighbors. We don't know. We could be neighbors. We could be neighbors. It could very well be. Could very, very well be. So we are having hot weather here. I know that. We are having really hot. And, I keep my doors open. Of course, that's Grandma's porch back there. It's all screened in, locked. And but I love the fresh air. And then when I go to bed, everything is locked up, security system on, and then I put the air conditioning on. And because I like it cool at night. But I like fresh air during the day. I love fresh air during the day. And so, yeah, but I read probably every self-help book that was out there during the 80s and the 90s. I really, really did. And so you name them, I read them. And I just don't have a need for them now. I just really go to my spirit. I go to my soul for my answers, and my answers are here, And I've always been able to sense things. I've always had this gift, and God has blessed me with that gift. I think we all have the gift. Welcome, Wolf. Welcome, welcome. And I think some, people tap into it more than others. And I think, certain gifts emerge in us due to our circumstances, like a great pianist. We could probably all be a great pianist, but something emerged out of that person that pulled that part of them, being a great pianist out. From a very, very early age, as self-preservation, I wisdom came to me. I mean, as early on as I can remember. And so it developed rapidly with me. And so at age 64, that is a prominent gift in my life. Everywhere I go, people, my friends who know me in person, call me the medium of wisdom. You know, like the medium walks around hearing dead people. I walk around and I keep a notepad with me. I have a recorder with me because I constantly get wisdom. And so that's where you get your, you know, the wisdom videos from. And so I hear that my son wants to come down and get in the refrigerator. And so I'm going to go, and then I'm going to go take my bubble bath and answer my comments. Welcome to Curious Bunny. Wonderful to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you who came here tonight. I really do, and I've missed you all, and it feels great to be back. I don't know how often I'll be on live because I am so very, very busy. But, you know, maybe now that I've come back on live, maybe I'll come on more often. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. And so I'm probably going to get off of here so my son can go get in the refrigerator. And y'all know the story about the refrigerators. We have 3. And I mean, I had a lot of events. I want to share this with you before I go. I had a lot of events that took place in a very short amount of time, you know, being hauled off in the ER. And I called it a spiritual attack. You know, that's what I called it in a video, you know, and you may not believe in such a thing, but it was many things. I came home from college one night and all 3 refrigerators had turned off. These are new refrigerators. And everything was melting. Ice cream was melted all over. And the electricity had never gone out. Nothing had happened. And finally, by morning, 2, and we had them packed. And by morning, 2 of the refrigerators had turned back on. The 3rd one had not. And my husband said, or my son said, do you think it'll come back? I said, oh, by 4 o'clock, it'll come back on. And you know, by 4 o'clock, it came back on. And all 3 refrigerators came back on. You know, and why that happened, I have I have my own idea, but because it was the same time period as when the GPS in my car, which is a new car, a Jeep, my GPS told me to go left when I was supposed to go right, and it kept telling me to go straight ahead, and I went straight ahead in the dark as it was telling me go 18 miles straight, and I came to, it turned out to be a brand new freeway that was not used. And I came to a drop-off point. It said road closed. And I knew something was up. So I said, that was when I said, I'm not going back to, I called my instructors up and I said, I feel like God is warning me not to come back in right now. Please let me do my classes from home over webcam. And they did. They did. But, you know, I had so many things that were happening. And I felt like it was meant to align me up because I was meant to stay home at this time. I was meant to be closer to home, and I wasn't meant to be traveling in and being there, coming home on the dark roads late at night. And so those little things were happening, you know, like the GPS being, you know, out of sync and things like that, to kind of keep me closer to home for right now. And so I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. It's all good. It's all good now. And let's keep it that way. So let's pray it all stays good and it all stays good for you. And I pray blessings over your life. I pray blessings over all of you and that you have an amazing week filled with opportunity and blessings and success and health and wisdom. And I am going to go. I am going to go. And I'm going to go get my bubble bath. And I'm going to relax. And I'm just going to come out here and do my comments. So may God bless you. And I thank you. And I'm going to go. So until next time, and, you know, like I said, I put out my videos. I hope you like, share, subscribe. And remember, I do have 5 channels, so I hope you connect with all. So may God bless you, and good night.